Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, welcome to the post that I'm ever going to make. There's a lot to it, and I'm not going to go into it.
I think that was his biggest mistake. You should have stayed there because it defeats the whole purpose of you going all the way to the Philippines to look for a wife and then you bring her to the US. What did you expect? But let's hear more in what he has to say. And I think further on, the wife responded on the same video that he made. So, guys, stay tuned.
Okay, but suffice to say, after providing and going on the Disney World trip, which included the funeral for my mom, I got up to day 6, I think, on that, because it all broke down at Magic Kingdom. Ironic. And I didn't post anything after that because when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So, that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm going to go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children. My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayanne, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents of which, all of which I bought. Yeah, the separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house, and the logistics of it can be met right away, but I spent Christmas utterly by myself. And it's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone. Because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents. She has the total backing and validation of her parents. Plus TikTok. All external sources of validation. And it's my position, my feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan.
Okay, before we go on further, he said she initiated that they be on separation. So they are living under the same house, sort of, but the house is so big enough that he has his own space and he's spending time by himself. But like, he's on separation with the wife and not with the children. So why is he not having access to the children? I don't know. They are your kids, you can see them. Unless he hasn't mentioned whether he's been stopped from seeing his children.
I'm waiting to hear what the plan is, and we'll see what happens from that point. But I'm pretty, I'm at peace with what has occurred, what could occur. I am done being Mr. Fix-It. Fix-It Felix. I'm not going to be the simp, nice guy, Fix-It Felix anymore. A relationship takes 2 people. And she made the decision for the separation. She's made the announcement and made plans with family to take our children back to the Philippines. And she's an adult. She has accountability. It's on her to come to me and explain to me what her plan is, such that it is, and what can be done about it. So, surprise, no more countdown with the great fun in Disney World. It was a and that's the truth. Social media is not about the truth, but I'm about the truth, so that's what I give you. Thanks. My Filipino wife has been Americanized. My Americanized Filipino wife. That seems to be triggering a lot of people. Let me explain what I mean. In America, if a wife, even a girlfriend, is not happy in the relationship, all she has to say to the world on social media, and especially to the government, I'm not happy. And if she drops the word abused or anything along those lines, the American system steps in. It steps in to protect her against any for any allegations that she makes. And the man's side of the story is, it's all assumed. I'm an evil, controlling, patriarchal, oppressive white dude. And the narrative quickly, instantly becomes me bad, she victim. So the fight that we're having, that's still there. Okay? That's always going to hang over my head. I'm a passport bro. I brought her here. I married her here. I signed all the government forms saying that I will support her for a minimum of 10 or 1,000 years. I don't know. I don't even know what I signed. And all you dudes out there who have been through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Americanized means weaponization of the male-female relationship to benefit the female, because family court is not a judicial system. It's a corporation. For profit, digging into the pockets of dads, of men. Because, yeah, we're in a patriarchal system and men still have most of the money. Now, that's exactly what's true in our relationship. She doesn't have any money. I have all the money. And it's, you know, a relationship can go south when the woman has lost love for her man and she's just going for the bag. And if she goes for the bag, she's going to get a huge portion of that. That's what I mean by Americanized. Jayan is solidly Filipina, and that comes with a lot of stuff. And one of those things is she's going to be fiercely defensive for her family, her mom and dad. And this whole fight is hinging on the fact that I disrespected her mom and dad. Never mind that they disrespected me too. We'll get into that later.
You already know the traditions. Why not follow them? And why did you have to go back home? I mean, the passport, bro, you stated that. And you understand how the system works, but why did you have to go back home? I think you would have stayed there. As long as you're able to make money and all that, if it's since you made that decision, I mean, I don't know what you expected. Guys, what do you think was going to happen? Hmm? Because some of the videos you've made in the past, I think you even talked about like not going back and all that kind of stuff. Like, why did you go back?
But Jayan is not Americanized in that she's materialistic or even greedy. But she senses and she knows the support that she would get if things really got ugly between us. The American system is on her side, not mine, not the man's. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, that's it for now. More later. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized.
I think the word Americanized has nothing to do with someone who is disrespectful, especially to your people. Let's say that your closest people. It's because he disrespected my parents, screaming, snatching some things verbally and physically. So what I am thinking that time, you are freely disrespecting me and abusing me. I think that's enough. You can do it. You can do it 24/7 to me. You can do it anytime. But to the point that you're going to be disrespecting my people, especially my parents, I think that's what, draw the line. I think that's when the time that I said, I want to separate. It's not because I wanted to separate just because I wanted it. I've dealt a lot with him for the last 2 years that I am here.
We got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia. I was greeted with the announcement from Jayan that she wanted a separation.
For the last 2 years, I am standing up for myself. I know it's really difficult because I have children. And I honestly doesn't want to separate with him. It's just came out to my mouth that I'm so fed up. I'm so done. It's because I'm so hurt and he's not gonna change. There's no way that he will change. All I know is if I didn't stop or I didn't make a move, it's gonna be a normal. He's gonna disrespect me, he's gonna disrespect my people, he's gonna disrespect anyone. So this is just me
The
that
question that I have is why do they have to be staying with their parents? Because like if parents are away or they're back in Philippines, I mean zero problems. Don't you think?
I mean putting some boundaries.
Hate everything about me and what I provide and decide to leave.
He claims that I hated what he provides. As far as I remember, I'm always grateful for him. I'm always vocal, thanking him for what for my life right now. You can see my social media. I never criticizes him. It's always praising even though there's something going on inside our house. I will never speak or talk about our fights on my social media. It's because I am protecting him and I'm protecting my children. We have kids, you know. The next 10, 20 years there's going to be social media and they might see this. I think it's really selfish for him to post for views, for attention, for sympathy. If you can go up here and talk to me and you will say to people that out of transparency, I will talk about it, but you're transparent to the public, but you are not transparent to me. Just for clarification too, half of the trip paid by his ex-wife. All of the park tickets, Universal and also Disney World, it was paid by his ex, and also the Airbnb and the grocery. I just wanted to let you know too that we have a really good relationship with the ex-wife, and to be honest with you, she's really nice to my kids and she's really nice to me. She's like my closest mother here in Hawaii. I can talk to her anytime, and you know she's really a good person. And I remember when we were in the mainland, she told us, my parents and me, and she said that this is my gift to you. You are wondering why my parents came over, because we supposedly go back to the Philippines for 3 months, just me and the kids. It's because I am really homesick. I've been here for 2 years. He promised me that we're gonna go back to the Philippines at least once or twice a year, but that never happened. And so I kept on telling him that I need to go back. It's because we have some we have activities like my ate is gonna get married, my big sister, and I am the maid of honor. And also I wanted to do some christening for the kids, and also I wanted to spend Christmas with my whole family. It's been 2 years since they haven't seen Race and they haven't met Rocky, because I gave birth to Rocky here in Hawaii, and you know it's just really a family thing. You need to go back, and it's just
So
sad.
let's get this right. So with from how I'm understanding is that the traditions here is that when she says family, she's not considering her family like her kids and the husband. When she's saying family, my family, because when people get married, that's your family, not the family you were born from. You're not your siblings, your families. Now your children and the husband. So she's talking about family, family. So it's like their loyalty lies with the where the family they are coming from. That's like way important for them. So maybe just to clarify, and maybe for other passport bros out there to understand, because I remember when this was trending, I did a lot of content over the same topic. So if you go back and check, you'll see that.
It's because fast forward to the booking day, I already booked going back to the Philippines, and then that same day he canceled it too. It's because he said that I'm ungrateful. It's because I didn't said thank you right away. It's because at that time I got excited. It's because the ex-wife said that she's gonna come. Same day, the same exact day when he booked it, he canceled it right away. And you know, I don't have any choice. It's because I don't have money. I don't have any control about
And I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children.
my ate, my big sister is back in the Philippines. I contacted her about what's going on here. And then
It
I told
looks like he understands the language and he can read. Because so, but why is she or why is he allowing her to be with the ex-wife? Because she eventually start looking up to his ex-wife and she'll become his ex-wife. I mean, it's I don't know what game he's playing here. I maybe it's him who's tired. He wants a new wife.
her that my mom is gonna go back same date with my papa, and she needs to book for my ate. But that didn't happen. It's because they have to rebook the ticket for them to go back to the Philippines. It's earlier because my papa supposedly go back to the Philippines on January 5th, but that didn't happen. They went back home yesterday, December 30, and they arrive at December 31. You know what's really sad is that my parents are very excited, especially my papa. He thought that it's gonna be a great trip, but it's disaster. They came here just to be disrespected. They stress na sobrang, 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 sobrang. Sobrang, 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 sobrang stress ng mga mukha nila. Alam mo yun? They're supposed to have a good time here. Pero yung nakuha nila yung pambabastos. Sobrang sakit ng ulo ko kasi nakita ko yung mga mukha nila eh. Nakita ko
Okay,
yung...
so looks like she's crying, she's emotional. The truth of the matter is, the husband here, the passport bro, is almost the same, or maybe, who knows, maybe he's even older than the father to this lady. So, issues with maybe to do with maybe the guy finds it's easy to she's talking about disrespecting him. We talked about that he disrespected him. So maybe, I mean, they're in the same age group and all that, but like, I don't know, but looks like it's his problem. Most of the problems he's having in a relationship or marriage with yeah, the foreign woman is he problem, and I think it's easy to fix. Unless he doesn't want to fix those problems, he can fix those problems. They are fixable.